Warcraft Monday, everybody. Welcome to Solo ReacTalk. This evening, I'm going to be reacting to behind the scenes of how to Night Elf audio work in Sony Vegas. Yes, made on the Nixxiom YouTube channel. This is part of the World of Warcraft machinas made by Nixxiom. This is the last video on the playlist, in fact, I should say. This is the last video. I think it's number 31 or 32 or 33. However, on the number of videos that are said to be in the playlist, it's around 143, I think, but there's only around 30 videos in the playlist. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but I guess you could say that this is the end of the road with the Nixxiom machinas on World of Warcraft. And really, I've enjoyed myself watching all of these machinas that Nixxiom has been creating, especially my favorite one, the one that really, it pulled on my heartstrings, and that was, I think it was called Call of the Warrior. I think it was called Call of the Warrior or Warrior. Yeah, Call of the Warrior. Yes, how this one soldier luckily survived and headed straight home to hug his wife, and that was all a dream in his mind, before he died. The fact that he luckily escaped, he luckily somehow made it home, and he got to embrace his wife for that one last time, or should I say, embrace his wife and go into the happy ever after situation, only to find that this person died. That was all just a dream before his death. Yeah, it was unique, it was special. And also how to role play, I think that's what it was called, the video. That's where I got to learn that Nixxiom can actually sing. Nixxiom can actually sing, he can play the guitar, and he's wonderful. Really, he is wonderful singer, and I think he should sing more. About what? I'm not entirely sure. It can be country, it can be pop, it can be anything. I think he should really sing more. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, guys, let us start with behind the scenes of how to Night Elf audio work in Sony Vegas. Yeah, all right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, what is up? It is Nixxiom here, and today I decided that I was going to give you guys another little behind the scenes video of me working on one of these new machinima videos for those of you guys who are interested in kind of how these projects are made and what goes into them.
So we are going to find out how he makes his videos. The Holy Grail.
How to Night Elf should already be out, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that, but at the time right now, it is not even close to being done. And I've done a few of these videos before where I've shown you guys the visual aspect, where I've shown you guys me editing in Adobe After Effects, but I don't remember.
I don't think I've seen that one on the playlist. Yeah, I'll have to look on his channel and see if it's there so I can watch that one. But yeah.
Or if I've done a sound one yet, where I've shown you guys like the audio work that goes into making one of these videos. So for the next 30 minutes or so, I'm just going to show you guys what goes into making the audio side of things, because a lot of people think that once you get to the audio, you're pretty much done, but no,
No, I mean, you see that character moving and, the mouth opening and closing, but then now you have to make sure that the audio also suits, with that character that's moving its mouth or that's moving around, so that you understand that, okay, that's the character that's talking, and then that's the character that's talking next, and the environment as well, whatever sounds like birds chirping or the grass or wind going through the trees. And you also have to make sure that you have the proper music that sets the tone sometimes. So it's not the simplest thing to do. I think this is the hardest part. Make sure that people understand the story as they're watching it and as they're listening to it at the same time. Yeah.
A lot of work that goes into the audio. So right now, most likely you guys have seen the video. If you haven't, then go check it out. But at the moment, I've been sort of putting the shots together, blah, blah, blah. And I have not had Mukluk's voice acting this entire time.
I actually want to see what Mukluk looks like. We've seen Nixxiom multiple times now, but I haven't seen Mukluk. I've only heard his voice, but I've not seen him.
So hopefully my OBS picks this up, but if you listen, for example, what I've done is this.
Fishing for fire elementals, duh. What are you doing way up here? Listen, this might sound crazy, but I'm getting kind of bored of playing as a human in this game. No way!
So what I've done in the meantime is I've done the voice acting myself. I have done my own little version of the noob voice, and Mukluk just got me his voice acting, which is this right here. You can tell because it says noob lines. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace Mukluk's, or my temporary audio with Mukluk's audio. So let's just solo this for a second and see what Mukluk has to say.
Deaf Knight? What are you doing?
There we go.
Deaf Knight? What are you doing?
Is he holding his nose and, "Wow, Death Knight, what are you doing?" Or does he actually talk like that? Huh. Okay.
Deaf Knight? What are you doing?
All right, so I really like that take. Obviously, if you're doing voice acting, you have to do multiple takes. Never do the same take over and over. Always do a little bit of variety so it sounds good. So,
man, this is a lot of work. How many takes? How many?
we're gonna, let's just listen to the noob and let's just listen to Nixxiom.
Deaf Knight? What are you doing?
Oh, well, hey there, noob. I'm just fishing for fire elementals, duh. What are you doing way up here?
All right, so let's move on to the next line. Mukluk always gives me a ton of takes, even though he's really good. He doesn't need to. So let's listen.
Well, listen. This might sound crazy, but I'm getting kind of bored of playing as a human in this game.
No way! You're getting bored of playing the most...
All right, so that one was okay. Let's listen to the other ones. Let's just scoot this over. You kind of want to make it fill the gap because you never can really know how long. I mean, I always do the visuals before the voice acting, so you can see this shot is in here, and it's this long right here.
I wonder which is better, to make the audio voice recordings first or to make the visuals first and then you mash them together. I'm just wondering which one is better, to make the visuals or to make the audio first. I've never had to do something like this. This is like, to me, this looks so advanced. It takes skill, practice, patience on your side, and energy, focus. You have to have a good team around you like Mukluk, who's going to be there to produce, his side of things. So, yeah, it's a lot of work.
Here, right? See it? And you can only guesstimate in your head as the video editor, how long is this shot going to be? How long is it going to take for Mukluk to say this line? And you just kind of say, okay, well, it's a talk animation, a question, blah, blah, blah.
You see, now that's experience. To estimate how much time is allocated, how much time is required for this specific spot. That's experience. He's talking with experience, with the developed skill. Yeah. It's going to take me months, maybe even years to do what he's able to do.
We've talked about this in my previous editing videos, so let's just find one that fits pretty good.
Well, listen, this might sound crazy, but I'm getting kind of bored of playing as a human in this game.
No way!
Okay, that one's pretty good.
Playing as a human in this game.
All right, that one's actually really good. I like that. So what I'm going to do here is we have a small, well, maybe not a small issue, because you can see here's the temporary line that I did right there. And you see it starts about the same spot. And then it's ending right about at the same spot too. But what I'm going to do just to kind of help it along.
Listen, this might...
I'm just going to just kind of help it a little by just pulling this over just a little bit. So just reducing those gaps.
Up here.
Well, listen, this might sound crazy, but I'm getting kind of bored of playing as a human in this game.
No way!
So that sounded perfect. That honestly was perfect.
What a surprise!
Let's see. What does he say right there? I forgot.
Well, I was kind of wondering about the other races. Don't worry.
Okay. So in this one, he's saying, I'm wondering about the other races in the game, whatever. And so, but he gets cut off by Nixxiom because Nixxiom charges in and he does what Nixxiom do. And I love it when Nixxiom interrupts people. It's one of my favorite things to do with them. So hold on.
Well, listen,
That's
The guy is a menace. Nixxiom is a menace.
the same line as before. So it's probably this one right here.
yeah, well, I was kind of wondering about the other races.
Don't worry.
Perfect. So what I do in this case.
The other races
Don't worry,
in the
Noob,
game.
because
All right. So how do you do an interrupt? Well, he's saying, oh, I was kind of wondering about the other races in the game. Well, first of all, let's listen to the other takes real quick. Just a few more.
Yeah, well, I was kind of wondering about the other races.
I didn't really like this one because of
Yeah,
right in the beginning. Let's listen to the next one.
yeah, well, I was kind of wondering about the other
Don't
races
worry,
in
noob.
the...
All right. I actually really like the first one. I felt the timing was good.
Yeah, well, I was kind of wondering about the other races
don't worry,
in the
noob.
game.
All right. This is good, and I can work with this because what we're going to do is, let's pretend, for example, you're talking to me and you're saying, oh, Nixxiom, like, you're so handsome and smart and intelligent, and I wish I was as cool as you. You know, that's perfectly reasonable statement to say. If I was going to interrupt you, seriously, if I was going to interrupt you and you're saying, like, oh, you know, the grass is green in the summertime, and you're saying the grass is green, well, I think, and I interrupt, you get cut off. So we got to make him sound like he gets cut
I
off.
was kind of wondering about the other races
don't worry.
So what we're going to do, we're going to cut that right there.
about the other races
Don't worry, Noob, because
All right. So it's kind of like, oh, I'm wondering about the other races. Kind of like that. Let's listen.
about the other races
don't worry, Noob, because Nixxiom, will
about the other races
don't worry, Noob, because
You just want to make it sound like he gets cut
I
off.
was
You know what I
kind
mean?
of wondering about the other races
don't worry, Noob, because
And do you see how many times he has to rewind, listen carefully, rewind, listen carefully, know when exactly he's going to just cut it out, and then he'll put Nixxiom into the picture with his, presence, if I can say that. Yeah.
Because Nixxiom.
the other races
worry, Noob, because
Perfect. All right. And then we've got this line. Again, Mookluck always gives me a shit ton of takes, even though he always usually nails it in the first 2 or 3. Or sometimes even the first one, like in that case.
well, actually, I wanted to try
Come
the...
on, let's go. Time's
well,
wasted, my
actually,
little...
That one was actually really good by itself. Let's listen to the other takes, like this one.
well, actually, I wanted to try the...
Oh, and actually, that one might actually work a little bit better. Let's look at that, how long it is. Let's compare the two. So hold on a second.
I wonder, does Nixxiom still use Sony Vegas for his editing, for his audio editing? I'm wondering about that. For my editing, I've been on a journey. I've been on a journey with so many editing, applications. I've tried Filmora. I've tried the Microsoft, what is it called? Clipchamp. It was nice. It was good, but it was so slow. And, it just gave me so many problems. I had to clear out a lot of videos from the past so that I have space on the computer. Like, there was a lot of things to be done, a lot of admin work, if I can say that. And now I'm currently using CapCut, and it's quite good so far. No problems with it. But yeah, I've been on a journey trying to find the one for me to use. And yeah, I'm just wondering whether Nixxiom is still using Sony Vegas for his audio editing.
Well, actually, I wanted to try
Come on, let's go.
That one works really well. Like that works perfectly fine. Let me just listen to this one real fast.
Elves.
Oh, well, actually, I wanted to try
Come on, let's go.
I actually like the first one. I think the first one sounds good.
Night elves.
Well, actually, I wanted to try
Come on, let's go.
Because it sounds perfect. Because he says, "I want to try that," and then Nick seems like, "Oh, come on!" Like he's already interrupting him, so it's perfect.
Like any menace. Like any menace.
Next, we got this scene where the noob and Nixxiom are standing in this field of tiny animals, and the noob goes, "Whoa."
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
So we want like a, whoa, like just pure shock.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
But that's the one right there. Whoa. That's hilarious. I love it. I love it when we get the noob going, whoa. So let's just watch.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're big fans
Perfect.
of animals around here. Our blades may be bloody.
Oh.
Oh well. Huh.
And then hits mood clock. Death sound effect. All right, so the next line. Wow, this place is beautiful.
Wow, this place is beautiful. Wow, this
That's
place
right.
is beautiful.
Ours is a land of...
I want more of like a, wow, this place is beautiful. Let's look for a longer take like this one.
Whoa, this place is beautiful.
Well, that's a little too not
Yeah, that one just sounded a bit too high.
much excitement. Mood clock, you need to calm down.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Nah,
Wow, this place is beautiful.
that's a little.
Whoa, this place is beautiful.
Yeah, I want it to be like more like not like whoa, but whoa.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
That one's actually pretty good.
It's close enough.
I wish it was a little longer.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Actually, that one, yeah, of course, it's the first take. It's like, go through all those takes. I'll just do the first one.
I don't know. I think the second one was good too, though.
It actually does sound the best, in my opinion. Like, wow, this place is beautiful. So
Wow, this place is beautiful.
let's put that right there.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
That's right. Ours is a land of peace, tranquility, druidism, and of course, fertility.
Yeah, Nixxiom.
Fertility. Yes. Yes.
What was that last part?
All right. Oh god, the first line, of course, sounds great. So we just want like a. What was that last part?
What was that last part?
You don't need to know, noob. You don't need to know.
What was that?
Hold on.
What was that last part? What was that last part?
That one actually sounded really good. I like that one the most so far. I'm gonna just cut it out in advance. Let's listen to one more, shall we?
What was that last part? What was that last part? What was that?
Oh wait, hold on. He's got a stutter.
What was that last part?
I actually like the stutter. The stutter sounds really good. The stutter makes me happy. Stuttering in here's the thing when it comes to voice acting, making sounds like or sounds like that, stuttering and stumbles and like whatever sound natural because we like right there when I made that sound effect, we just naturally make those sounds. So you could read a line that says, "What was that last part?" And you could say, "What was that last part?" Or, "What was that last part?" Or you could say, "What was that last part?" And that in the beginning kind of sells it a little bit more. because you're kind of like you're forming the words. Like
You're essentially contemplating what this person has just said, and you're still in the process of understanding, and you're in your shock. You're trying to formulate your sentence, and you just start stuttering. You just go, what? What did you just say?
you're confused.
What was that last part?
So I actually like that a little bit more because it sounds a little bit more natural, if you ask me. Let me listen to this take, though. Hold on one second. Move this.
Especially when you hear something so outrageous. then you just think about, did I hear that correctly?
Because I noticed there's this little like dingly right here, so hold on.
What was that last part?
Okay, so I'm going to use this one. I think it sounds the best, in my opinion. You might disagree, but I like it. And then,
hey, this is your work. This is your work. You do, what you think is best. Yeah.
And the noob says,
Damn it, noob!
And he says, fertility. So let's find the part where he says fertility. It's probably this.
Fertility?
Damn it, noob!
Fertility?
Fertility?
Damn it, noob.
Fertility? Fertility?
Hold on, why is...
Fertility?
Damn it, noob!
Oh, McClock clears his throat. I want it to be like, fertility?
Fertility?
A little bit more confused.
Fertility?
Damn it, noob!
What's this?
Fertility?
Damn it!
Damn it!
Fertility?
Damn.
Fertility?
I actually really like that last take. Hold on, let me listen to that again.
Fertility?
Actually, no, don't. Wait, what about these? What are these?
Fertility?
Damn it, noob!
Nice and loud.
As I'm watching this, I'm thinking about Call of the Warrior, the machinima that Nixxiom created. And, well, there wasn't really much of talking in that video. It was mainly just the music, the ambient sounds, and the sounds of gunshots, the water splashing, and the character what's the word I'm looking for? Panting? Yes, panting, as he was running away, heading home. So I think it might have been easier with that video because, there wasn't anyone really talking. It was just the orcs, going, and, saying those orc sounds and stuff like that. So it wasn't really that hard compared to this one and many other machinimas where Mutlok, the noob, or Nixxiom, or any of the other characters are also talking, and it must have been like a lot of work, a lot of focus.
Fertility?
Damn it!
Actually, that one's the best one because he's supposed to be kind of loud and he's attracting the Ishnu Allah guy. So him being like, fertility, I think it's pretty good.
Fertility?
Damn it!
That's good. That's a nice contrast. Nixxiom's like, fertility. Hold on, let's listen.
Fertility.
Fertility?
Damn it, noob! Not so loud!
That's good. I like that. Then the Ishnu Allah guy pops up. Nixxiom says, go away. Let me put that line down here.
Also another menace, Ishnu Wala.
No, Ilthalane, nobody said that. You can go.
And then the noob goes, like very uncomfortable because Ilthalane is flirting with him. That's a long one. It's Mutlok after he got his wisdom teeth taken out. This is good. I like the Actually, this one is a little bit better. Hold on. I like this one more. This one is better. All right, and then Nixxiom drags him off, blah, blah, blah. I still have to do a little bit of voice acting for the Ishnu Allah guy, but that's okay. And then
Ishnu Wala.
And Nixxiom comes back here. He tells the noob, yada, yada, yada. And that's it. So what I'm going to do now, normally what I would do is I would continue onwards. Let's put this down here. Normally what I would do is I would continue onwards. I can delete this now because that's all the noob shit. I would continue and I would keep putting in the voice acting for all the rest of this stuff. I mean, none of this stuff is done at all. It's just all shots. There's no sound or anything. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go back and I'm just going to focus on from here back for a moment. And I'm going to show you guys some of the other things that I do along with the voice acting. So what I'm going to do is, well, first I'm going to undo that. What is this sound effect down here?
Say that again. Oh.
That's the Ilthel lane, very muffled. So we're just going to close that so I don't mess with that anymore. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to focus on some sound effects and stuff. I have the ambience all put in already, if you listen. And there's some music in right now. Some of this music might be temporary. Some of it I might leave.
Now imagine you have to curate, the type of music you're going to be using, the type of sound effects you're going to be using, the ambience you're going to be using. It's a lot of work, not just the voice acting, but also everything else that is associated with the voice acting and with the visual aspect of the video. Yeah. Woo. Nixxiom, well done, man. Well done. Your hard work really shows in your videos, I must admit. And like I said before, my favorite video, Call of the Warrior, it really pulled on my heartstrings. That story it looked so simple, so seamless, but it had such deeper meaning behind it, as this man was falling to his death, as his neck was going to be snapped by the noose around his neck. How everything was just being processed in his mind in a form of escapism. The mind doesn't want to think about its death, so it creates the story in his head where he escapes and heads over to his home village and hugs his wife. A comforting escape from reality. That's Nixxiom right there. That's his hard work. Guys, not everyone can do this. Not everyone can do this.
So one of the first things that I'm going to do is Nixxiom is fishing. And if I remember correctly, in World of Warcraft, there is a fishing sound effect. Trade skills. Aha. And there it is. There we go. Fishing cast. There we go. Listen to that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we need to make some little sound effects. So we're going to call this layer sound effects 1. Oops. 1. And we don't want it to be too loud. We can leave it about that loud. That's fine. But during this little transition shot right here, we can turn that down a little bit. Turn up a little. Yeah, down a little bit, actually. That's good. All right, what's this sound like? All right. That's the reeling sound, so that's pretty good. So what we'll do is we will have that sound. We just kind of want like a fishing sound effect between every shot. Actually, let's scoot this over a bit. Let's see. Let's fish bite.
I don't know about that one.
pretty nice sound effect. Cooking, prepare.
Yeah, that one sounded a bit nasty.
Like it. Bink. All right, so we don't really need a sound effect for here because it's going to be dominated by footsteps, like but we are going to take this sound and we're going to put it here. And hold on 1 second.
I wonder how many sound elements can be used in one scene in particular, if I can say that, as they clash. Like, Nixxiom is having the fishing rod, he is throwing the hook into the water, and you'd hear it, and then of course Mutlok, or should I say the noob, is also walking into the scene, and you hear the footsteps, and probably you hear some other form of sound. I'm just wondering, like, how many sounds can be compiled into one scene, before it becomes too saturated or too complicated to hear or to discern what is going on, because you're hearing footsteps, you're hearing the fishing rod, you're hearing another form of sound as well, and then of course overlaying over that you hear Nixxiom humming, and then you hear the music as well at the same time. So I'm just wondering, like, how does Nixxiom make sure that it doesn't conflate, it doesn't make it even more complicated to discern, like, which is the superior sound that you're supposed to be listening to and take notice of, and what are the secondary ones that add to the first one. Yeah. Sorry guys, if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm sorry. It's just things that I'm thinking about in my mind. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
You want to be careful of repetition in sound effects. So I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to reverse this layer and hear what it sounds like.
Deaf Knight?
And
what are you doing?
I'm also going to stretch it out.
Oh, well, hey there.
Deaf Knight? What are you doing?
Oh, well, hey there, noob. I'm just fishing for fire elementals, duh.
Duh.
Now, right here at the very end, he goes back to this position. So I'm going to do the whole fishing cast effect again.
For fire elementals, duh.
Perfect.
What are you doing way up here?
Well,
And then we'll do another one of those, like, fish reel in effects. And we're going to make it kind of
Fishing
quiet.
for fire elementals, duh. What are you doing way up here?
well, listen, this might sound crazy, but I'm getting kind of bored of playing as a human in this game.
No way! You're getting bored of playing the most boring race in the game? What a surprise!
Yeah, well,
What
I
a
was kind of
surprise.
wondering about the other
Well,
races.
don't worry, noob, because I, Nixxiom, will teach you all about the Night Elves.
Well, actually, I wanted to try
Come
the...
on, let's go.
Oh no,
Time's
my headset's
a-wasting,
dying.
my little friend.
Let me plug my headphones in. They are dying. So
A little inconvenience. Yeah. Well, I don't necessarily use headphones or earphones when I edit my videos. I like to hear it, just as it is. Maybe because I don't do anything as complicated as Nixxiom, where he would need to have precise sound, coming into his ear that he can properly discern when one should start and the other should end. Yeah. And also, I just don't really like putting earphones or headphones while I'm watching something and trying to focus on it. With music, it's a different matter altogether. I just put on earphones and I listen, I dance and do that and do all those type of stuff. But when it comes to reacting to videos, I don't really like to have them in my ears. Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't really like it. It kind of makes me lose focus, if I can say that.
now the fishing sound effects are in. Now what I need to do is I need to apply some armor sound effects. Now, all of these sound effects and armor folly and everything, this is all going to be applied to the entirety of the video. But what I'm going to do for the armor folly is I'm going to turn the volume up to max. I'm going to call this armor folly. There we go. And these are like the little details that you probably wouldn't notice in a video. But if they're not there, they are noticeable. And it makes it really sells the illusion that you're watching something that was kind of recorded in the game. And it's very interesting because so many people, I've talked about this in other editing videos, but there's so many people that say to me like, whoa, Nixxiom, how do you how do you do like some of your shots in game? Like, how are you recording that, making characters do certain animations, blah, blah, blah. And none of it's recorded in game. I mean, except for the back shots, but all the characters aren't in game. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start by putting a foley sound effect on Nixxiom while he's sitting here. I'm going to make it kind of quiet, though. Just a very, very quiet one. There we go. Kind of like is a nice transition sound effect. The noob walks in. You can see the noob is wearing plate armor. He is a warrior, so... you always want to do like a sound effect when a character walks by the camera.
And it has to sound convincing, like it's heavy. Because, you know, the noob is wearing heavy armor, so maybe the footsteps have to be a bit louder. And the armor folly also has to be a bit louder as well, because this person is moving up towards Nixxiom. And, you know, you would hear that clanky sound. You would hear the footsteps because of the armor so heavy on the noob. Yeah, I'm just assuming that. I don't know. Well, let's hear what Nixxiom, has to say on it.
A whoosh, an armor sound, anything. You see this in movies as well. So hold on. So that's pretty good, but obviously we don't want it to be that loud. Maybe not this sound effect actually. Let's try a different one. That one's alright. That one's good. Fun fact, if you pay attention to what what song Nixxiom is singing, he's singing Country Roads by John Denver. Anyway. Let's do another little sound effect. This is Nixxiom's armor.
Death Knight?
Blowing like a breeze.
Like, I can barely hear it, but it's there. It's like a little trickle or a trickle of sound right there. Yeah.
Death Knight? What are you...
Alright, so now the noob is doing a little question emote, so let's do this.
What are you doing? Oh.
So he's kind of in the background, so you want to turn down that volume a bit.
What are you doing? Oh.
Let's turn it up a little bit.
What are you doing?
Scoot that over a little.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, hey there.
Alright, now Nixxiom is talking, so let's give him Plate Folly 10.
Oh, well, hey there, noob. I'm just...
And then let's do Plate Folly 9.
I'm just fishing for fire elementals, duh.
Alright, let's turn both of these down a little bit, just a little.
Well, hey there.
It's kind of far away.
Oh, well, hey there, noob. I'm just fishing for fire elementals, duh.
I like that sound effect, like just like he stops talking and the sound effect of him throwing the bobber back up there.
Oh, well, hey there, noob. I'm just fishing for fire elementals, duh.
Happy.
What are you doing way up here?
Right, so he turns his head, so we want like a little jingle of him turning his head. Something like that, maybe. So about right there is where it'll start.
What are you doing way up here?
Well,
It doesn't need to be that long. Now this one can be kind of loud because of the fact that he's so close to the camera.
What are you doing way up here?
Maybe not that loud though, just about like right there.
What are you doing way up here?
well,
Doing way up here.
Let me scoot this over a little bit.
What are you doing way up here?
There we go.
well, listen, this might sound crazy, but I'm getting...
All right, so we wait for him to start talking, so about right there. Let's do Plate Folly 2. And then he also does a shrug. Let's give him Plate Folly 9. Some of the follies really suck. Some of them are great, though. Let's do Plate Folly 10 and put it right there. Let's listen. Let's turn these down quite a bit because he's far away.
You know, even with my organization of soundtracks, when I use soundtracks for the intro and outro for my different videos, I also keep I try to simplify it as much as possible. There are YouTube musics, and then there's World of Warcraft music, and then there's also other games that I react to where I've kept some of the soundtracks. But I try to make sure to make the files, as visible as possible, almost seamless. You just go to audio, just pick either YouTube musics or soundtracks, or World of Warcraft, and I also just put in a few soundtracks in each and every single file, so that I'm not stuck just thinking about, okay, maybe I want this soundtrack or I want that soundtrack. I just try to make sure that in the file there's at least maybe 10 soundtracks, especially like for World of Warcraft. There's at least 10 soundtracks in there, and I keep recycling and reusing them for different World of Warcraft videos. And I'm sure you guys who watch my reactions, you realize how many times I've used one particular soundtrack for the intro and outro, and also for my discussions after reacting to a particular video. You do certain times hear the repeat of the same music that I've used in previous videos. It's just all in an effort just to make sure that things are easy to do as much as possible, and I'm able to use the soundtracks that I really enjoy listening to. And I just like making sure that it's as simple as possible. Maybe I'm lazy. It's because I'm lazy, but that's what I like to do.
Getting kind of bored of playing as a human in this game.
No way! You're getting bored?
You're getting bored of playing the most boring class or the boring race in the game?
Bored of playing the most boring race in the game?
All right.
Bored of playing the most boring race in the game? What a surprise!
All right, I'm going to turn these down just a little bit, just a hair.
You're getting bored of playing the most...
Maybe a little bit more, actually. It's a little too.
Hey, you're getting bored of playing the most boring race in the game? What a surprise!
All right, and then...
I told you, he's a menace, this guy. Nixxiom. Oh.
Let's give him, Plate Folly 3 for this one.
Boring race in the game? What a surprise!
Like that. Turn it down a little bit.
What a surprise!
Yeah, well.
There we go. And this is just what I will do. I'll just rinse and repeat, and you can see this is what I've done, and I have to go through the entire video. And same with the sound effects. Anytime I'm going to do the exact same thing with the footsteps, like when the noob is walking right here. Each and every individual footstep needs to be put in by hand. The armor folly needs to be put in by hand. Sound effects, for example, Nixxiom in this shot, he grabs him right there. So you need to do a grab sound effect, if you know what I mean, and sort of him dragging him away and whatnot. So there's definitely a lot to do in the sound department. It's a very slow and tedious process, but in the end, the sound is where you really get to see the scene come to life.
You have to make it convincingly so that people who are blind, essentially, will be able to understand what is going on in the video. Even though they cannot see what's going on, every single sound, every single ambient sound, every single music already sets that tone. So you can imagine, you just close your eyes and you just listen to the machinima. You don't watch it. I'm sure you'll be able to discern in your mind what's going on, who's talking to who, where are they, and what is Nixxiom doing at that very moment, and continuing further into the video. The sounds are very important, just as important as the visuals. And like I said, you know, whatever sounds you put up in the video or compile and present it onto the video has to be so understanding that, you know, someone who's blind will be able to discern what's going on. So yeah.
Deaf Knight? What are you doing?
Oh, well, hey there, noob. I'm just fishing for fire elementals, duh. What are you doing way up here?
Well, listen, this might sound crazy, but I'm getting kind of bored of playing as a human in this game.
No way! You're getting bored of playing the most boring race in the game? What a surprise!
Indeed.
Yeah, well, I was kind of wondering about the other races.
Well, don't worry, noob.
Of course, need to have a charge sound effect there too, and he just like charges in at max speed. Look at that, so cool. But this is what I do, man. Like, this is, you guys have seen the visuals, but this is the sound. I mean, it's all about putting in the voice acting, finding the right music, putting in the sound effects one by one by one. This scene, I have not. I mean, if you guys have seen the video, I'm sure I'll have found a sound effect, but I need to create like some sound effect of like a bunch of little like critters like like making noises and shit. So that is going to be interesting, creating that. But sound takes a while, and I hope that this kind of gives you a good little indication. If you've seen my visual stuff, my Adobe After Effects behind the scenes videos, and now you've seen this one, I hope this gives you guys a good indication of how a machinima is made, what goes into it, why do these videos take a long time to make.
Perfectly understandable. And, you know, just seeing the process. Ooh, stress. This is stress.
And yeah. And if you guys have any questions,
Like, you have to enjoy what you're doing, because the moment you start forcing yourself to do it, then it is just a job, and it kills your spirit of enjoying YouTube, of, you know, being a content creator. So you really have to be in that zone in your mind to say that, you know, I enjoy what I'm doing, I enjoy editing my work, I enjoy you know, getting voice actors. I enjoy making sure that what I'm presenting or what I'm creating here is going to be something that everybody can enjoy as well. You know, it can't just be you chasing after money or fame or success and trying to edit your videos. It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's going to work as properly as someone who has the passion to actually do it because they want to do it, not because they have to do it. Yeah.
questions or something, if you want to leave them in the comment section down below, I can answer them in my next Q&A video. I can choose something from this video. So that's pretty much it, guys. I won't bore you with any more tedious editing, but I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. Probably not, but
No, I did. Don't worry. I definitely did enjoy you know, seeing the behind the scenes of how you do your machinimas. Really, it's an eye-opener, especially with all of these different sounds, and then you have the video right on top there. Really,
those of you that are interested, maybe you enjoyed it, but hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys on my next video, whatever that's going to be after this one. So see you guys soon. Farewell. Hopefully you enjoyed How to Night Elf. Hopefully I did a good job, and yeah, I will see you guys soon. Farewell.
alright guys, that is it with behind the scenes of How to Night Elf, audio work in Sony Vegas made on the Nixxiom YouTube channel. Yeah guys, we've just had a school lesson by teacher Nixxiom, as he teaches us how to, you know, edit with sound clips, with voice actors, with the video itself, and how to merge all of these different sounds and the video together to give it a living feel about it. Something that's really tangible and understandable. Even if you close your eyes or you're blind, you'll be able to understand what's going on in this video. So yeah, he's just been giving us an extensive lesson on how he does it, and how we could also do something similar, just like Nixxiom. And yeah, really, I enjoyed this. I really did enjoy seeing these behind the scenes, and I'm going to keep this video not only for prosperity but also essentially I might want to delve deeper into editing and to do something, maybe not a machinima project like Nixxiom's, but something similar to that in terms of editing and putting in soundtracks and sound effects and all that type of stuff on the video. So yeah, really, this is one of the videos I'm going to use for future developments, future projects that I might enter into. Yeah, it's cool. Guys, that is it. That is it for tonight with Nixxiom. Since this is the last video on the playlist, I don't know if I'm going to continue with Nixxiom's machinimas. If you guys have any other suggestion in terms of Nixxiom and his machinimas, you can just send me a comment in the comments below, and I'll get to you as soon as possible. But then again, I'm also going to double check on the playlist to see if there's any other videos, because on the playlist it says 137 videos, but then when I entered into the playlist it only showed me around 35 or 36 videos. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe it's a problem on my side with the internet being slow or something, but yeah, I'll double check and we'll see. Next week Monday, it might not be Nixxiom, it might be something else, unless if you guys know or you're gonna suggest to me what I should watch for Warcraft Monday with Nixxiom. But yeah, we'll see next week Monday. Guys, that is it. Remember, if you want to check out the original video as well as Nixxiom's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos. And I will see you guys next time. Okay? Bye-bye.